students, welcome to Adike's InfoTech channel. Today we are going to discuss about one more IICS interview question. How to design a mapping to load alternate records or to send even and odd records to a target. See, this is a case. We have a table called table A. In that one column is there. So these are the records A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So the output is odd records A, C, E, G and even records B, D, F. These two outputs should be loaded into two different target tables. Okay, and at the last I will give you exercise to work on the same scenario. Okay, that I will discuss in the end of the video. So let's create a table for this. So I have already created one table in the source called sample table, which has the same records. Okay, so for this we need to load two records, right? Even records in one table and odd records into one table. So I have created the same records here. Tables I have created it. I'll just truncate this before we are loading. So now you can see we don't have any data in these target tables. Okay, now let's try to design a mapping for this. Log into IICS. Okay, here you can see. Let's go to new mapping, create a mapping here. So first of all, let us give a mapping name m underscore even odd load. So I'm just trying to load even and odd records into the target table. Okay, so source, here I'm selecting source. So my source connection is source. Okay, let's select the object. What is the object which I have created here? It is the source sample. So let's take that sample we have. So in this we have how many columns do we have in this table? As I said, it has only one column. So I have created it as the alphabet, since I have taken as A, B, C, D as records. Okay. So now we have to load into two targets, right? Let's take two targets. So target one. So the target connection name is target. You can create any target connection name. You can give any name. So here is we need to load even and odd records, right? I have created t sample underscore even. Okay. So to load only the event records into this table. Just do truncate and table. You see the target fields, we have only one column. Okay. So if you don't want to confuse the targetings, I'm just going to rename it to the same table. Okay. So for this odd records, go to target, select target connection, select the sample. This is the target. So before loading, I'll just do the truncate, select this table name and rename this. Okay. So we have the source and targets. Then I'll also just rename the source name with the table name. The source here is sample. Okay. So we have just loaded the source and target tables here. So now let's do the mapping now. How we can design the mapping. So there are two ways. First, you need to take an expression, right? So if you take expression, in that expression you can create variable ports to give a sequence to these records. If you assign assign the sequence here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you assign sequences, So we can easily design a mapping. So first we need to assign sequence. How we can assign sequence means you can take an expression and you can create a ports, variable ports, and you can calculate the sequence from that. Or else you can take sequence generator to create a sequence. So it is easy to take sequence generator. So by default, it will assign the sequence, right? Instead of calculating manually. You may, if you don't give a proper expression, it might get fail, right? So for that purpose, I'm just going to take sequence generator, and it is easy to generate the sequences. Just drag and drop that set. Okay. So here I'm calculating increment by 1. Initial value is 1. Okay. In the advance, I'm just disabling these incoming fields. Okay, now I have sequence generator. I'm passing these source column, what are all the records are there, what are the columns are there, just I'm passing to this expression. Okay, for that same expression, I'm passing the sequence. So now let's see here, what are all the incoming fields will come. So we have a next current value and the column which is coming from the source. Okay, so here what you can do, you can create one flag variable. Okay, you can create one flag output. So because we need to identify the alternate records we need to load, right? As I said here. So you can see based on this output, you can assign numbers also. So here I have given output odd and output even. So here is A means 1, right? Sorry, 1. So next what is a C? C, what is the number we have here? 3. And then E. E, what is the number? 5. G, 7. So as you can see, what are all the odd numbers in this? 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. Only these are the records we have in the order. If you take an even, 2, 4, 6. Correct? 2, 4, 6. This is how we need to generate the output. So based on this, so first of all, we need to divide this. Okay, how we can get the odd and even numbers by dividing by 2 only, right? So whatever the result, if it is result 0, then it is even. If it is not, result is greater than 0, then it is odd. So in that way, we can calculate what is the odd and what is even. So here I'm going to calculate if of next value. We are calculating to this next value, right? Because which holds the sequence values. Sequence values. Next value divided by 2, okay, equal to 0. If it is 0, I'm going to mark it as even or else odd. Okay, so the expression is valid. So we have designed now. So what we need to do to route the data, which transformation we need to use? Router transformation, right? Let's take a router transformation. So let us pass all the calls to this router transformation. Now what are all the incoming fields we are getting? We are one output flag and the sequence value and the column from the source. Let's create groups now to divide the even and odd records. This is even, okay, and where is it? Even configure. Go to advanced, edit filter. So what is it? Output flag equal to even. Okay, valid. Okay, okay. So for even, we are filtered as even, and for or go to advanced output filter equal to odd. So validate, give OK. So we have created two groups, even and odd. So now what we need to do, we need to route the data. Okay. Anyway, we have already created the targets, right? So let's just pass even records to event target and odd records to odd target. Now let us rearrange it. So this is how the expression looks finally. So this is a source table. From source we are passing to the one expression to generate to validate even and odd records in this expression. Okay. How we can calculate the odd and even records by using sequence in it. Okay. So from expression, we are just routing the data. If based on that condition, if the record is even, it will go to even target table. If it record is odd, it will go to target table. So this is how we have to design a method. Save it. It should be valid. Okay. It is showing invalid. Why? Any guesses? Because we have designed the target tables. Okay, but you did not map any of the target columns. So we have a target table. In the field mapping, what you need to map here? You need to map alphabet to alphabet. Okay. In the same way, in the field mapping, we have to map alphabet to alphabet. Now let's save it. So now you can see the mapping is valid, right? If you want to cross check here itself, you can debug whether the records are coming properly or not in the even and odd record. If you want, you can go to this preview section, just run preview. So we can came to know whether in which transformation you can debug this kind of outputs to load into the proper records into the target table. Instead of running the mapping, after that if you see the any errors, again you come into the mapping, again you are doing the changes. So instead of that, you can you just debug here itself. Okay, if you debug here itself, the errors might rectify early. So here in default, we don't see any records. Okay, in the even, here we should see even records. So you can see here 246 are the even, right? If we are calculating based on the next column only. So BDF, these are all even flags. These are all odd. See, 1, 3, 5, 7. These all are odd sequence numbers, correct? A, C, E, G. If you check here, A, C, E, G, these are all the odd. Okay. And the next even is so even is B, D, F. B, D, F. So we got, I think with the mapping is we have done clearly. So there are no any errors. So this is how you have to create a mapping. Let's create a task for this mapping. Mapping task empty underscore even or no. Okay. Select the runtime environment and select the mapping which we have created now. So this is the mapping, right, we have created. So go to next. Here you can see the initial value is 1, current value is 1. If you don't, if you select what is that the last option, you will get like whether you want to reset or cycle. If you click on reset, here you don't see any values because for every job it will start from 1. So instead there I have not selected any cycle or reset options. So for that it will showing the initial value is 1, next current value is 1. If I run this job again, after running this again, if I run the job, it will start from the next sequences. Okay, click on next, save. So the mapping task is valid now. Click on run. Go to my jobs and see. So it is still running. So total 7 records has been loaded. If you see here, the even 3 records loaded, in the odd 4 records. Here you can see the sequence is 8 now. The next sequence is value 7. Next value is 8. Because it has read 7 rows, which means 7 sequence it has been generated, and the next values it is holding it as 8. You see in the target, auto target, even BDF, and the odd is ACEG. So we have designed the mapping to get this output. So it is very simple. Just practice it, or else you can, if you don't want to use the next values, okay. If you don't want to use this sequence generator, you can create one variable board for sequence and just give v underscore sequence equal to sequence press 1. Okay, and for that variable you have to create one output o underscore sequence equal to v sequence. So which means output column will hold the variable value. In variable code we are calculating the sequence numbers. In that way you can assign the sequences to the records. Okay, and I am just giving one more exercise. This is also one tricky interview question. They will give scenarios like this, but if you don't give them the exact answer, you can at least try to create a mapping so that they will understand you have an analytical skills. So you know if you don't know about the answer also, you are trying to get that answer. So how you can get the answer? You think, okay, if you have to analyze the output. Based on this output, we can create a mapping. So here what they are asking is design a mapping to get the required output using IICS. Okay, we have two tables here. Here we have taken only one table. In this we have generated odd and even records. Okay, here they are providing two tables which holds each one column. In table A, B, C, D are there. In table B, E, F, G, H are there. So what they are asking, this is out E, B, G, D. So first they need to load this first record from table B, and the second record from table A, the third record from table B, and the fourth record from table A. So you can, I'm just giving one hint, you can use this scenario to achieve this output. Okay, so try to do this as an exercise. If you did not get any output, or if you not able to design the mapping, just let me know in the comments. In the tomorrow session i'll I'll going to design a mapping on this exercise. Okay, so I hope you understood the scenario. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like and share to my like this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.